What's up, everybody? GWTX7 here. Today is my anime sub corner, and as now I'm watching the three shows: My Hero Academica, Three Leaves, Three Colors, and Ace Attorney. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna watch these three shows. I'm gonna commit to these three specific shows for right now. If you want me to watch something else, let me know in the comments section below. But for now, I'm watching these three shows subbed, and uh, so the first one I'm going to talk about is My Hero Academica, which I have been watching. I was looking forward to this one. The episode is the third episode. I'm on the third episode. It's the training episode. Like I said, I've been calling this character in my videos Krillin 2.0 because he kind of reminds me of Krillin. I think he had his Master Roshi training there. It was pretty. It's kind of humorous to see him trying to push refrigerators, and what it was he had 10 months before the exam that he was supposed to take to get trained up and get ready. I guess he was going to give him his powers or something like that. It's supposed to be his idol who's training him. So what they did was they went to this beach that was full of junk, okay, and he told him, clear this beach by 10 months and I'll give you my powers, basically. This is my translation of it, okay? It was more like, earn the right to have my powers, because I see something within you that you can be better than what you are, okay? That's basically how it is, okay? So, in that 10 months, he was working harder than what he was supposed to be doing. He was, Izuka was working harder than what, because the dude in question, I guess he's like a superhero dude, he had a list of things to do. I mean, he had a whole training regiment planned out, and Izuka was like doing more than what he was supposed to be doing. He was trying to, and as he was saying, as he's like, you've been overworked, because Izuka just falls to the ground at one point because he really was pushing himself more than he was supposed to be. It's like, you're working harder than what I had scheduled. What are you doing? And he's like, well, I have to work harder, The Krillin, the reason why I call that's like what Krillin said, okay? When Goku and Krillin were training, Krillin was trying to do way too much than what he was, and then it prompts Goku to do more. But still, Krillin always had this, and I know you all probably think of Krillin from Dragon Ball Z series, but in the Dragon Ball series, which is before Dragon Ball Z, when Krillin was a youngster, he trained with Goku, and Krillin was always picked on by the monks because he was in a monastery and he wanted to learn martial arts there, but the taller, stronger monks in training picked on him because he was short, and he always tried his hardest, because he was short and because of how everybody would pick on him because of his, him being short, which was not good. But Krillin always tried his hardest during. If you go back and watch that training, he'll tell you how his life was, and he became good friends with Goku, and we all know how that ended up, And I told you all he'd find his Android 18. Yeah. For now, hey, we'll let the story progress from there. And his friend, I guess you call him his friend, he's just like, got some withdrawal issues, his friend does, because, he completes what his idol sets out for him. He clears the beach, and within the 10 months, and he's like, get ready, okay? And this is the funniest thing. He rips off a piece of his hair, and he's like, now eat my hair. I was like, dude, ugh. It's like, what? I feel sorry for Iizuka. He had to eat a piece of hair. Yeah, nasty. And then he goes to take the test, and he almost falls. And then like I said, this girl, when she's like, oh, I finally talked to a girl, and there's a sign that's like, no, you didn't. She talked to you, you know. Yeah, so, you know. And the test is the dude who's just there, like, I like how the dude who's supposed to be the announcer dude, he's like, hey guys, what's up? And everybody's just there, silent, like, silence. I guess he's supposed to be like an announcer guy. And so next episode will be them taking the test. And hopefully our boy Iizuka will pass and go on to be the greatest superhero ever. His dream. God, it sounds like some. We'll talk about it after. Okay, we'll talk about that later on as it progresses. Hopefully, what I'm thinking right now will go away once I see more episodes. Second anime I am watching subbed right now is Three Leaves, Three Colors, and I could not stop laughing at this episode. This was the funniest. I mean, the first episode was the introduction episode to the characters. This episode was supposed to make you laugh. Fubita, and I found out why her name is Taru from Funimation. It's because that's her first name. Her first name is Taru. But we'll get into that a little bit later. And Yoko. Of course, every time when I guess they're gonna probably do this every opening scene in this anime, as they're sitting together, and eating lunch. Okay, and I guess you could say this episode of Three Leaves, Three Colors was surrounded by cats because of Taru's love for cats, or you know. She likes kitties, and it's more like her episode than it is anyone else's, because Fubita's like, we need to give each other nicknames, and for some reason Taru does not like her first name. I'm gonna call her Taru because it's easier to pronounce than Hajime or Hajime. I'm not very good with names. So they have their lunch, and it shows like her Taru's rival there. I guess she's like ranked 10th in the school rankings, and Taru's ranked 7th or something like that, or a little more above her. And she's like, ugh, and her rival wanted to be the. It's funny. Her rival wanted to be the. This is like the classic thing, okay, with the rival. The rival wanted to be the class rep, but instead, the person who didn't want to become the class rep got the class rep because they looked the part. Okay, if you go through manga and read anime, that's like a classic trope there. Okay. It's cool, and I like how they because Taru's got an older sister, Karu, and she's like the angel, and Taru's supposed to be like the demon, and they named their little kitten Beelzebub. That's a demon name from. We won't go all the way into that. There's an anime called that too. You should watch that. It's pretty funny too. Um, uh, Shameless plug. Anyway, so like I said, the whole episode was to make. I guess this is going to be a lighthearted comedy, which is okay with me. I like diverse things in my anime. I like watching something like My Hero Academia, something like Three Leaves, this little slice of life comedy here, and then the next episode, which is the next anime which I'll be talking about, is like a really dramatic. I like having that type of diversity in my anime. It's cool. Um, so it's basically this. Let's get back to topic. When Taru was younger, she would get hurt a lot and get sick a lot. So her older sister, who is they're both, more, is very caring and doesn't want her sister to go through that. She's been trying to make really, really healthy foods for her because Karu is the oldest sister and she's trying to take care of her younger sister. However, it's backfiring. The nutrition that she's trying to give her tastes horrible, and Taru eats the food, despite the taste, because she doesn't, she doesn't want to disappoint her older sister, so she's like, okay, I'll eat it. And the scene towards the end, when they cross the train and they have the flashback, which was a very, very touching moment there. She remembered how her sister was. They were talking, and she's like, "You were always sick. You were always hurt," and then she realized that. It came to the conclusion. Okay, I know why she's trying to make all these healthy foods for us or for me. It's because she thinks that I'll get sick if I don't have the right proper nutrition. And then she said thank you, to her older sister. I know I came from, because the rest of the episode was wacky and funny, and the kittens, and there were 3 kittens. Okay, they found a box of 3 kittens. All right. Oh, and then you could see Taru's demon coming out. She's got wings coming out, her tail flipping out, like, whoa! And her friends are like freaking out. How dare they abandon these kittens? And she couldn't find, that was the funny thing, she found a home for 2 of the 3 kittens, but then she had to give the 3rd kitten to her rival. And she's like, I can't believe I took this cat. See, she had a cat before, her rival did. I'm going to try to get all these names if I can. I'm not very good with names. I don't have a very good memory of names, but I'll try my best to get the names of all these people. For right now, I'm just going to call her Taru's rival. She's got pink hair. She's the opposite of Taru, okay? We'll just put it that way. Alright, I won't go into that description as much as I want to, but, So, yeah, she's a rival, and, because when she was looking to give the cat away, she's like, I haven't found a home for the 3rd kitten. And Taru's rival's friend was like, hey, I know someone who could take care of the cat. She's like, yeah, sure, fine. And all in all, it was Taru's rival, and she's like, will you take care of this kitten? And she's like, yeah, and then when she was going home, the rival, she's like, they wanted me to take care of this kitten. But then eventually I grabbed the cat and I took it. The cat was being the kitty, Hey, it's a fun. But that was all we saw of that part. But getting to the end of the anime, which was the most funniest part, because see, the Taru's older sister, Karu, she wanted to do something nice for her sister's friends. So what does she do? She makes rice balls. But she was thinking of nutrition, so she put something that normally doesn't go into rice balls. For the life of me, I don't know what it was called. it was something. I mean, I'm not really familiar with Japanese food, so I'm not even going to attempt to butcher it. But apparently, you don't find what she put in rice balls in rice balls, okay? And poor Yoko, trying to be, she's trying to, my friend's older sister made this for me. I absolutely have to eat this because this is like her first two friends she's ever had in her life. And she's there, nom, 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 rice ball, nom, nom. And he goes like, no, no, don't eat it, no, no. And the creepy stalker dude who's supposed to have been her butler, who's not her butler, and goes, no, Miss Yoko, don't do it, no. They're still eating the rice ball as it ends. So that was 3 leaves, the 3 colors. Last but not least is Ace Attorney, this is a messed up episode. And I know that this is coming from the video game, and I never played the video game, so I'm just watching the anime series. And technically, first of all, why would the younger sister kill her older sister? And that makes no sense to me at all, okay? If I was in I know this is, this world, I guess, everything just doesn't seem right to me, okay? The police dude, the lawyer, is like, he wants to be the prosecutor. He wants to make sure that he never loses a case, apparently. This is Ryuichi, I think. The prosecutor's name is Renji, I think. And our defensive attorney, who we're supposed to represent, is named Ryuichi. But anyone worth their grain of salt could tell that the younger sister didn't kill her older sister. But they have this trial, and of course our buddy Ryuichi, who's the defense attorney, who we're supposed to be representing, he makes some mistakes, but he shows some evidence, and that's getting the girl off, and then he pulled the stupidest move you could ever do, because he got her. He showed new evidence. The prosecution attorney wanted to take a day off to review the new evidence and make a few phone calls and do whatever the heck they wanted. So he did a move that he should have never done. Okay, first of all, he found out that there's this dude who's like the richest dude in the world, and he's technically, spoiler alert, obviously, he's the guy who killed his friend, his co-worker, and his mentor. And so what he does, without even going to the police first, he goes up and confronts the guy, like, you killed her, didn't you, right? I found out who killed her. It was you. You did it, didn't you? And then he picks up the phone, he talks to his secretary, and then here comes the police. He did it. Like they believe. Wouldn't make no sense, because the same detective that was supposed to be on trial to be the witness is the same person who arrests him, and what? Like I said, that was a little confusing. I know that it's going based off the game, and now he's probably gonna have to fight his way tooth and nail as a lawyer to clear his good name, because we all know he didn't do it, and we know the dude in the purple pink jacket did it, but apparently no one else believes it, because he's supposed to be Mr. Corporate Sponsor guy, and poor lawyer dude's his own lawyer, and they're gonna believe corporate sponsor guy over this dude. So, but yeah, but a lot of it, I guess it's me that doesn't make much sense to me because hey, I gotta step back and think this game was created a long time ago, and it's just like I guess that's how the game works. I guess this is how the anime is going to work, and I'm going to accept that, okay? But it is messing with my logic and my common sense demeanor that says this doesn't make any common sense, but it's an anime, okay? It's not. Sometimes anime is not supposed to make any common sense. If you don't believe me, there's an anime called Aku something under the bridge, okay? And that's about a dude who, after being saved from almost falling off a bridge, ends up living under a bridge with his new girlfriend because he did not want to be in debt to her, so he asked her, "What do you want? I don't want to be in debt to you." And she's like, she wanted a boyfriend, and he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it." And the whole that anime makes no sense, okay? But like I said, some anime is meant not to make sense. But I'm enjoying Ace Attorney, and I know I didn't talk as much about it. Like I said, it's basically what it took me less time to talk about what I saw in Ace Attorney than the other two. Because there was basically they're standing around and talking, and it's hard. There's not a lot of movement there. Okay, so basically, I'm telling you because I could tell you about the girl who went all cutesy and then went all demon on everybody. Like, what was that all about? And Judge was like, "Whoa!" I like how the Judge is like this bald dude. It's Nappa. That's what I'll start calling the Judge. If the Judge is always going to be the bald dude, Nappa's coming in. Nappa, you're Judge. Or it could be Deckard Cain. Well, that's from Diablo 3. I'm Deckard Cain. I have come. The Heraldrum Scrolls told me I must be a judge here. So that's basically it. Let me know if you guys seen these 3 shows, what you all think of them right so far. We are on I'm only on episode 2 of 3 Leaves 3 Colors because of I guess it just came out. But I am on episode 3 of Ace Attorney and My Hero Academia. So let me know what you think of these 3 shows. If you like them, and if you want me to talk about 3 other shows or or a different show, let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, you can always do this, and if you don't like video, you can always do this. I've had this conversation a couple of times about the Roman Coliseum and how movies portray this means I survive and this means I don't, and historical fact wants to say this means let him live and this means yay, let him die, But I'm not very much of a historical. I can't really give you much about Roman historical facts because I don't live in Rome. But when you're in Rome, live in Rome. Do as the Romans. I guess that was the saying. Subscribe if you want. And until next time, bye bye.